Okay, back to the question. I wanted to ask you a question, but I didn't want to bother you in case you were busy. Don't worry, I'm not ever busy when I got some. I mean, well, I am busy obviously, but I'm not ever busy to answer a question when I have time to sit down and answer it. So please feel free to ask me. I might take a little bit of time sometimes. That's why I say my videos are always like the best way to get like an answer quicker, because I'm super slow sometimes. But if you have a crush and they get a significant other, what would your feelings be towards that significant other and your crush? Well, here's the thing. I think a very healthy way to think about things is that things really do happen for a reason. And so long as you remember that and you think about that, it really helps you see things through a different perspective. Because if you think and you feel like, man, I'm so mad at them because they did this to me, or because they're doing this, or they didn't care for this, you're gonna literally spiral downward, and it's gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? So what's very healthy for you, in my opinion, obviously you got to see, how you, or what works best for you and how you handle things, is you got to kind of ask yourself, like, seriously, like, what good does it do me if I continue to think like this sucks, or like I should be hating them, or I should be pissed at them, or I shouldn't this, or I shouldn't that. I think it's really important to not have that kind of poison in your heart, because it's literally going to tear you apart. Try to see it in the way that, like, you're just kind of like, okay, it just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? And something came along, all of this happened for you to really see the reality of this, and for you to be like, I'm happy that it did, because it's saving me from, maybe you were going to go through some terrible, terrible, horrible pain. And so something came along, maybe a higher power that you believe in, the universe, whatever it could be, came along and said, hey, I'm going to save you for this, because I'm going to save you from this, because, you don't deserve this, and I don't want you to go through this, or whatever it can be. So what I'm just trying to say is perspective is everything, and there's no need to hate another person like that, you know what I mean? Especially if it's something as, like, as small as, like, hey, my significant other has another crush. I know I say small because there's worse things that can happen or could have happened. Like, you guys could have been together for like years, or gotten married, and then all of a sudden, hey, now you're facing a divorce. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm going way off topic, but what I just want you to see is that things could have gotten way worse, and I don't think it's enough for you to want to hate the person. Like, there's a difference between not being their friend, not talking to them, and distancing yourself, and just completely shutting them out of your life in a negative way, hating them, talking bad about them. You know what I mean? Always try to be the bigger person. And I think that you should just remember, like, be thankful for what you did have with that person, what that person taught you, what you learned from all of that as a whole, relationship-wise, with yourself, with them. And it's just an opportunity to see who you really want in your life, and who you want to have around, and who you want to give your heart to, and how much, like, you're looking for, or the things that you're looking for in a relationship and in someone that you plan to give your heart to. I think that's a perfect opportunity. So that's why I say perspective is everything, and you have to really see that for yourself. And of course, whatever's most important for you is what you should have on your mind. You know what I mean? Like, if loyalty is super important to you, now you get to see a different perspective of it, a different side of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm making sense anymore, but let me know if I'm not making sense, and I will try to make it sound more sense. I can't even speak anymore.